Chapter 10 Test Mark II. Neither Dr. Marlberg nor Heinrich had any idea what the enrichment process for perithium might involve, but reviewing what was left of the initial sample would give them a direction of inquiry to pursue. By measuring the physical properties of both the naturally occurring perithium and that of the exposed sample, changes in the atomic makeup could be observed, primarily whether the two states were indeed isotopes. Dr. Marlberg was aware of a recently developed technology, isotope ratio mass spectrometry, IRMS, which would enable them to understand the relative distribution of isotope in the two samples, from which an appropriate enrichment protocol could be developed. With the two samples processed, Dr. Marlberg decided to go with fellow countryman Fritz Lang's centrifuge method. With some effort, one of the existing centrifuges could be adapted to enrich the perithium. Taking a break from his calculations after what he hoped was a successful conclusion, Dr. Marlberg sat upright and looked for Heinrich. Heinrich? Heinrich had been cat-napping in a chair as his boss had been lost in his work. It would have been unwise to not have been around when Dr. Marlberg finished his work. Sitting up sharply, Heinrich rubbed his face and stood up before replying. Yes, sir, I am here. Based on enrichment times for uranium, I have calculated that within 10 days we could have around 500 grams of material for the next round of tests. That is excellent news, sir. When do you think we can start? Asked Heinrich. If we get straight to it, we can start the centrifuge running this afternoon. We'll then have 10 days to carry out more tests and design the next accelerator test. If that indicates what I think is the case, we will have ourselves a very fissionable material, Heinrich, one that will power Die Glock to a successful conclusion. The building that housed the prototype Die Glock had stood for several months now, in a cathedral-like quiet since it had been completed. The complete lack of a suitable material, or sufficient enriched uranium to power its generators, had effectively shelved any hopes to experiment further. But now, with the discovery of perithium, that time was imminent. The problem now was getting everything ready, so that no more time was wasted. Heinrich, please ensure Die Glock is prepared. We have no idea what state it will be in after all these months of just lying there inert. We have to be able to test my theories at the earliest convenience. Heinrich knew what he had to do and simply replied accordingly. Yes, sir. As Heinrich turned and walked away to start his preparations, Dr. Marlberg collected his paperwork and walked in the opposite direction, heading for the centrifuge laboratory. He had a busy week and a half ahead of him. If his figures were correct, the perithium could be orders of magnitude more powerful than uranium. He was already thinking of what a portable power supply would enable Die Glock to be capable of, and moreover he knew that no one else had the faintest clue.